three celebrities are spending 2 weeks doing one of the toughest jobs in the world. And it's about to get tougher.
That's it, go on. Now.
Can Janet Street Porter step up to new demands in maternity?
I'm not going to get another midwife in, I'm just going to have me and Janet there.
Oh, my God, you yanking the baby out by its arm?
Yeah.
Don't apologise.
Can Sean Hughes hack it under a strict new boss?
Nurses don't run, they walk quickly. It's obviously beaten up.
And will Gail Porter survive life on A&E?
Is that your dinner you've brought back up for us?
They've all got 1 week left to prove they've got what it takes to become a nurse. And this week, it's literally a matter of life and death.
I've never seen anyone, die.
7 a.m. and Barnsley Hospital's newest recruits are expected on the wards. Gails making the transition as an auxiliary nurse to the toughest area of the hospital.
New week, A&E. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
But can she rise to the challenge?
I'm just interested to see sort of how much emotion's involved, you know, because I'm quite emotional. Sorry, we...
Hello, love. Oh, what's that? Don't you look good?
Do you like?
Gail will be mentored by A&E veterans Margaret and Kevin, who have 35 years' experience between them.
We never know what's coming in. Everybody needs such a lot doing to them. But obviously, some people more than others.
Barnsley's A&E department is by far the busiest part of the hospital, caring for around 1,200 patients a week.
You know, she's going to be physically tired, emotionally tired. Even trained nurses find it hard to deal with.
Right, what can I do?
I'm just going to have a take a hand over from Tom for nice. So
Can you get this nice tops and I get this?
We'll see what we can do.
Yeah. I want to match. I don't want to be different.
Janet spent last week learning the job of a midwife. Her heart wasn't always in it, and the new week doesn't seem to have brought any improvement.
Falling down. Hang on, Sarah, so say that again.
All right, don't film me sitting down having a cup of water.
Yeah.
Hello, Janet. You're in casual clothes.
Yes, it's a training day.
Oh, why are you wearing... So it's informal. Why am I wearing my uniform?
Because you have to do some other work afterwards.
This week sees a big step up for Janet. From now on, she'll be playing a vital role in the delivery room and has been sent for extra training.
And then the R is where you reach in and you try and get the arm and bring it out that way.
Oh, my God, you yanked the thing out by... Oh, my God, you yanked the baby out by its arm? Are you going to give that child a dislocated shoulder?
Possibly.
I suppose you weigh up, that's a small price.
Yeah, actually, that is one of the things you could do.
You could dislocate the shoulder by pulling the arm out of the socket, but...
You would do that intentionally if you couldn't get it.
But it wouldn't matter because it would...
You'd have a live baby.
Ooh. The reality of A&E is about to hit home for Gail.
Wowzers.
A badly beaten up patient has been rushed in, and Gail's been sent to help.
And then he's got a little laceration to the back of his head, the back
How are his teeth?
His teeth, we think, are all right. He's got lots of soft tissue damage inside his mouth, but we think his teeth are all intact.
He's 28 and he's obviously been beaten up quite severely, but it looks like it can't have been one person because he's a massive lad and he does boxing.
The patient has suffered a broken nose and received severe blows to his eyes, which require immediate stitching.
Craig?
Yeah, mate.
Can you feel that?
Yeah.
You can? Is it sharp?
Just try to get on with it.
You're in a rush.
He wants a cigarette.
Gail, if you want to hold these, I'll just tell you when to cut and where. Okay, if you want to cut both those about 1 centimetre long.
Here?
Yeah.
Craig?
You all right?
Right.
Yeah, so.
You're tired now.
After a week on the children's ward, Sean is moving over to the grown-ups on orthopaedics, where patients are treated after serious operations. And he'll be at the beck and call of a tough new boss in the form of lead nurse Anne O'Brien.
Morning. Are you Anne, yeah?
Yes, I'm Anne.
Hi, Anne.
Hi, Anne.
Got my robe on.
Good lad. Right. Don't me to rid of your bag first.
Yeah?
I'll show you where the toilet is. It's dead busy this morning.
OK. Is that more than normal?
Well, we're down the shop, a member of staff this morning. So it's all men that have had accidents, basically. Anything to do with bones, skin.
Is it an all-male ward?
It's 15 beds. You're only going to look after 15 patients. It's going to have a little bit of a mountain to climb because it's a complete new area and everything. But I think at the end of the week, if he can teach back to me some of the things I've taught him, he'll have done well. He'll have done very well.
And is this pumping up, or is it?
Doesn't it work?
Well, I'll stay here all day till it goes up.
Look, sorry. Needs a woman's touch.
So what was the one I was doing then?
You're doing it too fast.
With the stitching done, Craig's back in business.
He wants to go for a cigarette. We're taking him out on a wheelchair.
Where's the smokes?
We'll find them. Hang on, they might be in your bag.
I'm wondering up
Look, beggars can't be choosers.
Can't see out.
Don't touch your eyes too much. He's in a right mess, but it was quite nice to know that he wasn't. It was more superficial, because when you first saw him, I thought, oh, but he's seems to be all right. He's got a sense of humour.
Craig may be on the road to recovery, but Gail's next patient has more serious problems.
Chances of you making it are going to be slim, that's all I'll tell you.
So far, it's been a challenging start to the week, but for Barnsley's newest nurses, it's about to reach a whole new level.
We can't get them out of bed in the morning, or we can't get them up and mobile until we've had an X-ray to make sure everything's OK in the hip.
By the end of the week, Anne will expect Sean to carry out the duties of an auxiliary nurse unprompted, and he's still got a lot to learn.
You're going to move out of your comfort zone today.
You want to wee?
Hello.
Yeah? You want to get him a bottle?
Sure, yeah.
Over the top.
Yeah, then...
Blanket in. Counter painting.
Are these the ones I put on with Anne earlier on?
Yeah.
What do I do with the bottle now?
You say you're going to be thin by the time you finish walking up and down.
Are you saying I'm overweight?
No.
Auxiliaries take on everything from cleaning and feeding patients to assisting with nurse procedures.
So, have a look at his wound first, which dressing.
And Sean's about to get first-hand experience with a patient recovering from a hip operation.
Do I put my sterile gloves on now?
Yeah, do you want me to take your dressing off? You'll put your sterile gloves on and swab it, and then you can dress it.
OK.
Yeah? Can I take your boxer shorts down and I'll pull this across?
Yeah.
Patients in orthopaedics must be kept clean at all times, as their newly stitched wounds are susceptible to infections such as MRSA. Sterilised gloves are compulsory.
I'm going to have to get a new pair, aren't I? That one just snapped. I can use both hands, yeah. I think it's because I'm used to putting on the large-sized gloves now as well.
You OK?
Yeah.
For God's sake. This is maddening, this. Right. I'm left-handed anyway, so I think I'll just be able to do it with that, yeah?
Just go for it.
At last, Sean can swab to test for infection.
That's it.
Straight in there.
Yeah.
Now it's just putting on the dressing, which I think I might put my other gloves on for. That's okay.
That's fine.
He was having a left hip...
Total hip replacement.
Total left hip replacement? Or
Yeah. They can be really tight, and I think his hands are sweating, so they just weren't going on. You're conscious how your patient feels, and I think he knew that he was in quite a bit of pain, so we're trying to speed up. The more he sped up, it just didn't work.
No, it's pretty boring. I had trouble getting them on. What's there to talk about, really? You know what I mean?
She's also had a caesarean section before, so she knows a little bit about the procedure.
There's a new challenge for Janet on maternity. She's about to take part in her first caesarean section.
It's Janet again. I believe you've met Janet.
How you feeling?
27-year-old mum-to-be Debbie has taken the hospital's word that Janet will be up to the job.
Right, names.
Ruby, Annie, if it's a girl. They've got it right.
Shall I take a boy's name as well?
I ain't got one.
We're not sure.
No.
OK. Janet's going to be checking your baby over.
Do it
Because
right.
I believe she's quite a dab hand.
I know, I've cleaned up 2 babies so far and I've had no complaints.
Janet can follow with the cot.
I'm bringing up the rear.
We'll show you where to get changed, Sheila, upstairs, all right?
Everyone present during an operation is required to wear a special uniform to prevent any possible spread of infection.
My pocket's got a giant hole in it.
Right, if you want to just put your mask on.
Right, OK.
That just fits round your nose. Just press it round your nose.
Like how?
That's it.
Well, don't do it too tight.
Is
I'm
that
boiling
feel
hot
all right?
already, yeah.
Sure?
Yeah, it's
That top
fine.
one.
It's all right.
OK?
My eyes were just missed up.
Anne's been keeping a close eye on Sean, and she's identified a key area for improvement.
He's very, very patient-orientated. He's very, very helpful for them, which is good. Again, you can't teach somebody that. But it's still very much on the, not particularly on the nursing side yet. We need to get more to looking at what we want, I would want as nursing. This is Sarah. This is going to be your guardian angel.
Good.
Do you recognise the uniform?
It's a nurse's uniform?
It's a nurse's uniform, very good. It's a healthcare assistant.
All right.
So she's one step up from an
All
auxiliary.
right, don't rub it in.
Sean's first test of the afternoon is to help Sarah with an elderly patient.
Yeah. She can't go to the toilet in a normal way. Because she's had, at some point, she's had bowel cancer. So she has a bag here, a stomach bag. That's where she pulls from. So, because it's functioned, so in a while, I'm going to show Sean how to change it.
Is it actually the bag disposed of, or just empty?
Throw it away.
Right.
Yeah.
Morning. So is it a couple of times a day, then, this procedure?
It's like every time that we don't have bowels, 2 or 3 times a day, once a day.
Yeah, but for it to be full, though.
No, I suppose. I like it emptying when there's something in it.
Sure, yeah.
Thank you very much.
That's all right straight in this bin, isn't it?
What?
That's all right straight in this bin.
I haven't finished with it yet. I need to put all this in. Sorry.
Yeah, but should we use a different one for that?
No.
Oh, that's why there's no cutbacks. Is that it?
I apologise.
Don't apologise.
No need to apologise.
Hello.
Hiya.
Do you want me to make you a cup of tea?
It's a quiet morning so far down in A&E.
Right, cup of char. You sure I can't get you a piece of toast? I'll take these bags.
I know where the ones
Yeah, exactly. I'll take the bag.
But an hour into the shift, Kevin and Margaret receive an emergency call. A man is on his way in with a cardiac arrest.
He's going to be the chap who's coming. He's got facial injuries. He's collapsed.
Really,
Got
might
squats
die.
with
Okay,
The chances
you're all right
are
with
he's
that.
in a rhythm, which the length of time that he's been in is probably chances of him making it are going to be slim. That's all I'll tell you.
Okay.
His son's here. He's already arrived. It was yours, but
Where's the son?
he's already here. But he told me.
Is that him there?
Yeah.
He's just left.
Don't
tell him.
Couple have been already, but...
Gail goes to resuscitation to prepare.
It was a little bloody slow. Good.
He sorted.
So do they do the incision in the same place?
Over at theatre, the caesarean section is underway. During the operation, Janet will be observing, but the minute the baby is out, the midwives will take over.
How long does it normally take?
It takes about 5 minutes to get the baby out of that. Yeah, just be careful.
Have you told her to little Oh, that's what you want to hear.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Well done.
It's a girl.
Clean.
Well done,
Pass it
Debbie.
to you, Janet.
The first moments after delivery are crucial.
Yeah, I've got her.
Right, and what we do now...
While Debbie is stitched back up, the midwives need to check the baby over to be certain that everything is as it should be.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Mine's a little head. Keep it. That's it. That's great. Right, would you like to cut the cord, Janet?
Yeah. Shall I do it here? Here.
Yeah. Yeah, just give it... It'll be quite tough, so you'll need to be a bit... That's
There.
great. Oh.
What's that? Debbie! Here she is. Oh, love a look.
Just have a look at your ovaries.
With the caesarean a success, Janet now brings baby Ruby into the recovery room.
Obviously, things always don't run to plan very smoothly, but that was a really nice section and everything ran clockwork and very smoothly. Nice, very nice.
Right,
She's having a
scales are
wee,
here.
so that's all working. Yeah, a little wee. That was your first wee.
Well, she seemed really quite interested, really good at supporting the lady. I can't sort of fault her where that. Her communication skills very good.
There you go.
But she doesn't seem a maternal person to me.
Why am I going to have maternal feelings? I'm 59 years old. I'm thrilled for Debbie. She wants the baby. She's a really good mum. She's got 2 other kids. She's married. It's all ticks all the right boxes, so it's fabulous.
In A&E, the cardiac victim has arrived and is immediately brought into resuscitation.
Massive head injury.
Gail is in with a full team of emergency doctors, but it's already been 45 minutes since the cardiac arrest.
It's definitely not picking up at all, is it? No.
It soon becomes clear that the patient cannot be resuscitated.
Okay, I think it's time to stop. Does anyone have any thoughts to the contrary? No. Okay, everyone happy with that? Yeah.
While the deceased patient is taken away, it's time for staff to break the news to the family. Gail is left to clean up.
I was okay actually for a bit, and it was just sort of when people say, "You okay? You okay?" You're just like, it was just. I've never seen anyone die. They've been trying to resuscitate him. Well, they did it for 45 minutes, and didn't do it. But they tried the hardest. Right. I think that's tidy, isn't it?
2 hours later, and it's the end of the shift for Gail, Margaret and Kevin.
Never easy.
No.
Never easy, even... Is it, Margaret?
No, never.
Never.
I think it was just strange watching his eyes because he just didn't move the whole time. And his hand, I was holding his hand and it just was going whiter and whiter and heavier and heavier. I just thought, oh my God.
But at least one consolation, Gail, he will not have known.
No.
He will not have known.
Been really sudden. And obviously everybody tried to do what they can, but when you've been in that rhythm, which is what we're in, for such a long time, chances of getting people back really diminish.
Yeah.
After 7 hours on A&E, it's time for Gail to head home.
I don't think I'm too emotional to do this job. Like Kev said and everyone else, if you weren't upset, they would be concerned. So I think I'd be inhumane if I didn't have the emotions that I do, and I am quite an emotional person, and there's nothing wrong with that, really.
Before the night's through, the trainees meet for a quick drink at the nurses' social club.
I've been on maternity.
The whole time?
Yeah. There's not a lot I don't know about a woman's vagina.
So what can you tell me about it then?
It's not a place you need fear.
Right.
Well, today I talked for about 15 minutes to this woman that said that I looked really like Gail Porter and was absolutely amazed that my name was Gail because that was such a big coincidence. Last week I was more squeamish with things I had to do with, you know, taking people to the bathroom.
There was a lot of poo in day one.
I see, I had my first, but a lot of poo on the first day in Ward 18. Lots of people with no legs as well. I don't know if you've come across that.
Oh, what, from smoking?
Smoking and working down the mines and stuff like that, yeah. Yeah, you wouldn't smoke anymore. I don't think I could ever. I'm terrified now.
Well, it hasn't stopped you smoking mine.
Until 2 o'clock in the morning on Friday night. That'd be quite, I think 2 or 3 in A&E. Friday night in Barnsley. That would be quite interesting.
It'll be a Friday night she won't forget in a hurry.
There we go, that's it, sit up. So I don't know if I'm supposed to stay with him or just leave him to puke.
At the end of their 2 weeks at Barnsley Hospital, the trainees will be assessed by their mentors and the hospital's head of nursing to see if they've got what it takes to be a nurse. And with only a few days to go, there's still a lot to learn. Janet broadens her understanding of a midwife's job with a trip into the community.
Hello. Hello, Joanne.
Like I said, it was like 3:15 this morning when he went down.
You're thinking, who's this woman with the red hair?
It's this way, so that's how we breathe it.
Yeah.
So
It's this way.
The nurses in orthopaedics continue to demand more of Sean.
Yes, it is.
I know it is, yeah.
Bleeding. Morning, that.
So literally, some kid just chucked a brick.
And Gail becomes increasingly involved with the patients in A&E.
Turn your hand over, my darling. I'll just milk it a little bit more. You'll get another fresh bit. Well done, that girl.
It's all preparation for their last full shift.
I'm going back to bed. I'm on a night shift.
For Gail, it's going to be Friday night on A&E. But for Janet and Sean, it's an earlier start, and Janet's not in the best of moods.
I'm sick of being filmed, I can't tell you.
It's a final full day, and there's already a mother in, close to giving birth. Jane is her midwife.
Janet came on today, she was in a really bad mood, and like a stroppy 16-year-old. I said to her, come on now, she's having a baby, not let her know that you're in a bad mood. And to be fair, she switches it off as soon as she goes in there.
I don't want to hurt you, otherwise you'll never watch me on TV again. Do you know it's before I go?
Girl.
Janet's 2 weeks of training have been building to this moment. Normally, Jane would work alongside a second qualified midwife, but today she's putting all her trust in Janet.
When she does deliver, I'm not going to get another midwife in, I'm just going to have me and Janet there and let Janet do what other midwife would do, but obviously under my supervision. You're doing really well, Sam.
Very well.
Sam's contractions have begun, but the labour isn't progressing as fast as Jane and Janet would like.
Are you OK with Jane breaking your waters with that crochet hook thing? There's no pain.
Getting a bit upset now, aren't you?
Yeah.
Are you all right, love? Is it hurting you now?
Half an hour passes, and Sam's contractions do not speed up.
I'm just going to lay you flat.
Jane decides it's time to break her waters.
Right, love, so if you'll just put your ankles together. Doing really well. Doing really well. Well done, love. Oh, they're really bulging, these waters.
You're hurting me.
I'm sorry, love.
You're really hurting me.
I'm sorry. I've done it.
That's it.
It's done. Well done, love. So you'll keep draining water now till you've had your baby. So I'll probably find that you come a bit stronger now, Sam, but hopefully you'll not be long.
Sean's back on orthopaedics.
Morning, Anne.
Oh, good morning.
How's your night like?
For Anne, it's the last chance to judge whether Sean can really cut it as a nurse.
I want to see really how he's got on now with all his nursing care, what he can actually do off the top of his head.
So, at the moment, I'll just put this beside a bed.
Sean will be attending to a 73-year-old recovering from a knee operation. He must care for her all on his own, with Anne closely watching his every move.
How you feeling? So today we're going to give you a nice little wash, if you'd like that, yeah? You looking forward to that? Yeah?
At my age, yeah.
We'll give you the
I told you
deluxe
about
service, OK?
So far, he's doing very well. He's set his trolley up and everything, and he's got a good idea of what he's going to be doing. And he's had a really nice conversation with the patient, explaining to him what he's going to achieve, what we're going to do for this morning. So far, so good.
All patients in orthopaedics require frequent washing to avoid infection, and Sean must carefully follow the correct procedure.
Super,
Well
that
done.
one. I wish I was right-handed. Does that feel nice?
Yes,
Good.
Even better if it's by a young man, isn't it?
So, if we find a young man, we'll bring him in, because I'm way past Laura.
Right. It's a little bit more heavier here to get that blood off.
You've got a gentle hand. I think he'll pass for flying forward.
All right, Laura? Yeah. He's not rough, is he? That's it. Lovely, lovely stuff.
Super. Change the gloves.
No, you're OK now. Come forward first. Put your... Like Sean said.
To help with her circulation, Sean now needs to get Laura sitting up.
You OK?
Laura, don't want to put all your weight on your right.
Are you OK? Do not drop down into the chair. Gently, 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 gently.
Yeah, just... OK, no, that's going to happen, though. Just relax. You just relax there and take it easy. Take a couple of deep breaths.
Sam's contractions have still not increased. Janet's shift is coming to an end soon, and she decides a few tricks of the trade are required to speed things up.
Right, I don't want you to catapult into the bin.
Midwives like to encourage as much movement as possible with mothers in their care in order to bring on faster contractions.
Oh, OK, fine. Right.
Janet's off at 2:45, so...
I'm hoping for a result.
Most midwives stay on to deliver a baby up to an hour beyond their shift.
Try and have a push then now, Sam.
But Janet seems reluctant to put in any overtime.
Push then now, Sam.
You'll have to stop, Sean. Your patient's buzzing.
It's almost the end of Sean's shift.
Laura?
Yeah. Be quick, she might be fainting. Never mind, just chuck it outside. She might be tumbling out of the chair. Nurses don't run, they walk quickly.
You're going to be looking your best when Pauline comes, aren't you? Right, anything else you need, Laura?
Right now, always look back. Where's Laura going to put a drink? What's missing?
The tray.
Yeah. It's nice, makes it nice and convenient for you to put stuff in. So all these are the little things that need to be given back to your patients. We did, we put it out there with a bowl on.
Cheeky.
That's good. That's what I like to see. Always wipe your table down when you've... Good.
There you go. Do you want me to put them in here?
Yeah. No, just leave them on there. After putting them back on in the lid.
And what's the most important thing before you leave her? Laura, if you want anything, just buzz. And how did you find out this morning? This is your in-depth nursing care now.
Sure.
To give a patient that amount of care takes you at least 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Even as an expert, I'd be out pushed to do it.
Why are you pointing at yourself? I'm the expert.
You're nearly. You're not quite.
I know Laura was quite happy with what I did. And strangely, and this is no, anything to do with Anne, but I'm more interested in Laura being happy than Anne being happy. That's pretty much what nursing's about.
Sean will find out tomorrow whether he's passed his day of assessment as a nurse. The end of Janet's shift has arrived, but there's no sign of the baby.
If I push too hard, I might push you right.
But Jane decides it's time to bring in the equipment for the final stages.
OK.
Just deliver. She's doing so well, because they're really painful at this stage.
Short of getting a giant sink plunger, I'm not quite sure what I can do.
First babies, if they're in that position, usually take longer pushing, but I don't think Sam will have a problem.
Once again, the contractions slow down, and it's almost an hour before Sam is finally ready to push.
Go on. Go on, Sam, that's it. Go on. She'll be here. She were half out then.
She were half out and you sucked her back in again.
Come on now,
right,
let's have a big push, Sam.
One big push. She's coming. There she is! Result!
Congratulations.
Very well done.
It's Janet's first delivery as acting second midwife, and she stayed an hour beyond her shift.
There you go. I do feel as if I've had that baby.
She's lovely, isn't she?
Well done.
Sam's labour lasted a total of 8 hours.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Worth it all, wasn't it? There you go.
So are you glad you stayed?
Yeah, I was. There was a point, I know you're going to get cross with me.
You got bored?
Where I got bored, but then I got over it.
Yeah.
But then they get bored with it too.
Yeah, they do.
They do. They go into a kind of holding pattern. They're kind of like a jet stacked up waiting to land, and you're just thinking, push.
I thought that I didn't think she'd stay, actually. She was in a bad mood. Something in there made her stay, and then I think she's glad she did now.
I've never seen it.
There's just one job left for Janet.
Do you know people that eat that?
Thanks for having a look.
She doesn't want to look. She's had a look. One look's enough. Stick it in there.
Put it in there, yeah.
Right.
So did you have a look at it yesterday?
Yeah, well, I did have a look at it yesterday.
So can you remember what we're examining it for?
It's got to have 2 of one kind of thing and 1 of another.
2 arteries, 1 big vein.
A bit like a 3-pin plug in a way.
Yeah. For?
No lumpy bits, and it's got to have 2 membranes.
That's it, basically. We're checking just to make sure it's complete and then none's being left behind.
So this looks all right?
That looks absolutely fine. Complete and healthy.
Right.
Actually, I care for Sam. I can't fault. She's intelligent and she don't panic, but I think she's glad she don't have to do this day in, day out.
Oh, shit.
As Janet's shift comes to an end, it's time for Gail's Friday night in A&E to begin. 2 weeks ago, staff were concerned about her vulnerability, and now she has to cope on the busiest night of the week.
Usually at Friday night we have a lot of cases, obviously most of them are alcohol-induced. intoxicated people, people who's fallen, trips and falls, but you sprained ankles, etc. You also get your head injuries with had too much to drink and obviously falling down. And then the other one is your assaults and all your fighting injuries.
And it's not long before Gail is called into action.
How old is he?
No pain, he's 15.
A teenage boy has just been brought in after a cycling accident.
You all right, Jamie? Like your dinner you've brought back up for us? Where did you find him, or did someone call you?
It's fell off his bike, push bike.
Have you met him before? No.
He's quickly moved to observation, where Gail can monitor him. It soon becomes clear that as well as falling off his bike, he's consumed a serious amount of alcohol.
Might be a bit easier. There we go. That's it. Sit up. Sit up. That's it. I left him out.
He drank 6 litres of cider and then tried to cycle home on his bike. 6 litres? I feel like I'm babysitting. But I'd be getting £8 an hour if I was doing it on a Friday night at home. No, it doesn't affect me. I'm just a bit... It's just a bit minging, isn't it?
Sit up, James.
After an hour, James's condition hasn't improved, and Gail starts to get concerned.
I just don't know what to do with him. Because she just went, I'm just going in there, so I don't know if I'm supposed to stay with him or just leave him to puke. I genuinely don't actually know what I'm supposed to do. That's why I'm freaked out. I'm like, just leave me with a puking boy.
She decides to go for help.
James! James, open your eyes for me. James! 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 Open your eyes. James, open your eyes. You can't. OK, that's fine. His mum says he's done it before.
Really?
Well, yeah.
But James is just one of around 100 people in A&E tonight, and Gail is needed elsewhere to take some of the strain.
There's a lady outside that's got really bad head injury. She's been beaten up.
Right, so you hit from behind by a bus.
And we need to make sure that your kidneys have not taken a whack.
All right, my love, what happened to you?
Oh, no, it's my eldest I've come in for.
Who's your oldest?
Drunk.
Which one?
I don't
Which
know.
one? What's his name?
James.
Oh, yes, I've seen him.
Eventually, 15-year-old James's mother arrives, looking for her son.
Thank you. I'll find out for you. I saw him. Fell off his bike as well.
Do you want to sit down this side, sweetheart? I'll let you take your bucket home. I'll clean it for you.
I've loved it. Obviously, there's bits of it that have been heartbreaking, but it's quite funny on a Friday night, just because you see these kids coming in and they're just like, you just want to shake them and say, what are you doing? But, you know, they're all going to end up killing each other or themselves. That's life. Should be cuddling you with gloves on.
It's been a tough 2 weeks for the trainee nurses. Now they have to face the boss and find out if they've made the grade.
My observations were to see if you had the aptitude maybe to go on in the future and train to be a nurse.
Three celebrities have spent 2 weeks doing one of the toughest jobs in the world. Now they're about to get the final verdict on their efforts from nursing boss Bernie. But first, it's time for Janet to say her goodbyes.
I don't recognise you standing up. Without a big lump. Oh, look at Ruby, sleeping away through it. Oh, that's so nice of you. Oh, that's lovely. thank you so much. Thanks. Andy and Ruby. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, thank you.
The role of midwife hasn't come easily to Janet.
I came in this ward thinking that I was the rank amateur. The only difference between us is you're pregnant. Bernie, you're going into jargon now. You're going into a little bit of new age bollocks. That's it, go on. That's it. No. No. Oh, I've had most of the things in here. There you go. All your own work.
I wanted to cry when you said you were bored.
Oh, Jane, darling. Everybody in this hospital who's working as a nurse has definitely chosen to do so because it's a commitment, it's a profession, it's something that they have absolutely seen as a calling. You always hear that nurses are like that, but the fact is, they are.
But has it all been enough to convince Bernie?
Have a seat.
Thank you.
Just to sum up how we feel you've done, we think you've done quite a good job. However, you tend not to listen, you like to talk, and you're a very strong character and you've got very strong views.
Well, Bernie, the fact is I'd be really good at doing your job and I think you recognise that and that's why you've got the hump with me and you had it from day one.
Yeah, the thing is, Janet, you're not a team player.
No, but I didn't say I was at the start,
no,
did I?
you didn't. You never gave us any false illusions. The team have enjoyed working with you. You've been challenging, but they have enjoyed the experience. However, I don't think that a career in nursing would ever be on your horizon.
If we could employ you to just come in and be a distractor for a couple of hours till you got bored.
Sean wasn't the most obvious candidate for the job either, and Bernie had her concerns from day one.
In order for you to go and work on the clinical areas, you need to have a shave.
This one's for you, Bernie.
Right, OK.
What are you doing in there? You're supposed to be in here, assisting sister.
I'll do your tongue first, Albert, yeah?
This is what you were saying.
Whoops. Coming up on the train that morning, I was thinking, do I really want to pick up someone's shit? But I can honestly tell you there's not one task I was asked to do that I disliked, because basically, if I'm bringing a commode over to a patient where they have to go to the toilet, I know I'm giving them some sense of relief by doing that. I'm actually making them feel a tiny bit better.
Hi, Sean.
I'm so nervous, Barney.
I'm not nervous. You're getting the feedback. The more I observed you, Sean, the better picture came to me, and it was quite obvious that my initial assessment of you was not the true Sean.
Well, an apology would be nice, Barney.
My observations were to see if you had the aptitude maybe to go on in the future and train to be a nurse. And we think that you would be really good.
Thank you very much.
We can teach people a lot. We can teach people to make beds and everything. But what we can't teach people is to have a bedside manner. And I think you didn't have to be told how to build a rapport up. It came naturally.
Well, thank you. Let's discuss the wages.
Looking for the accident and emergency reception.
For Gail, it's been a long, hard 2 weeks.
You'll be OK now.
We're going to get plastered.
Actually,
She wants to prove to people how strong she is.
I'm going to see all sorts of shit.
Can you feel that?
Just right, get on with it.
I'm going to need a cup of tea. You know, and they're lying there and they can't do anything. And it's just... Right. I think that's tidy, isn't it?
And there's a last reminder of her time on A&E.
That was fetched in by somebody's niece today, and I think you need to read it because you were part of the team that dealt with that gentleman. Really nice when you get something like that.
It's a card from the family of the cardiac victim.
I think I've fulfilled what I wanted to do and much more. I think that, you know, I've seen how hard these people work and, you know, are completely hats off to every single one of them and their dedication and their love and everything for all the patients. Thank you so much for your hard work. You were all very lovely. Lots of thanks, and it's from his family. Wow.
That's nice, isn't it?
I love it. I loved every minute of it. They should be paid millions of pounds each instead of footballers. You think how much footballers get paid to run around and play a game, and these people are saving lives and looking after people and genuinely caring and getting nothing. It just makes no sense whatsoever.
Hi,
Let's get tailing off. Hi, how you doing?
Hi.
Hi, hello.
Hi, how are you?
All right, thank you.
I think, Gail, you've done really well. You've given 100%. And people have just warmed to you so much. Not just the staff, but Barnsley people have warmed to you.
The conclusion is that you would have the aptitude to go on and train to be a nurse.
Everybody within the department, not just myself and Margaret, always been your mentors, but everybody from cleaners to porters to consultants to paramedics, everybody has said exactly the same. She's just normal, she's so bubbly, and she's a worker. Definitely.
You never know, I might be back.
Your alternative career option.
Oh, thank you very much.
Jana, I'm going to be a nurse.
Congratulations on your new career.
You can't wait to get out of here fast enough, can you? I didn't think I was that adaptable because I live on my own and I don't work in teams. And I was extremely happy to see the other side of that, where I was part of a team.
I don't care what Bernie says anyway. You know, I'd work really, really hard. I don't care what she says. I think I've done fine.
I'm really chuffed. I couldn't believe that they rated me so well. But obviously I've done something right. I'm definitely coming back. I always say that. If I do say I'm going to come back, I'll be back. I'm never going to forget it, ever. Never going to forget this.